3 fall trends that you must know about, what I did this week on my vacation and in New York City, some fabulous finds, and this month's monthly report. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Kura, and I believe that when you feel good, you look good. So on this channel, I show you how to take fashion and use it as a tool to help you look and feel your best. So I woke up this morning and I walked to the gym and it felt a tinge like fall was in the air, like a little bit of fall. And it got me extremely excited. So we have to know what we are wearing and what we will be shopping for. But before we get into the must-know trends of this 2025 autumn, I want to share with you a jewelry brand that I have been recently introduced to that I absolutely love. Linier actually sent me 2 beautiful pieces that I want to open up with you because that's what we do in this channel. And I want to give you some insight into the company, why I chose these 2 pieces, and how they would be extremely instrumental in your fall wardrobe. Linier offers ethical and sustainable and unique jewelry at a much better price point than the higher luxury brands. Their products are crafted using recycled 14-karat gold and recycled silver. They also use beautiful lab-grown diamonds that is a much better option for our environment. So they come beautifully packaged. I love a good bow and I love anything that has a beautiful presentation. And the first piece is this beautiful, stunning 14-karat gold necklace. And when I'm telling you, this thing is so sparkly. I love everything sparkly. If you're not new here, you know I love a good sparkly situation. And this necklace is so dainty and light and is a perfect addition to the first trend we're going to talk about, which we'll get to that in a second. Let me show you the other piece that I got. So this is the matching bracelet. I've been really looking to working on my wrist stack, and this bracelet is the perfect dainty piece to add to anything. It looks beautiful against my watch. Obviously I could wear it alone, but it gives my watch a little bit of something, right? My favorite part about this is not only that it's sparkly, but that it's made out of fabulous materials. If you're not new here, you know that I am allergic to anything that is not gold or silver. Now, while I do have some vermeil and some other materials, I just can't wear them as long as I can wear 14-karat gold or gold in general and silver, right? The gold vermeil pieces are using a sterling silver base, and each piece is plated with super thick layer of 22-karat gold. So without a doubt, the Linier gold vermeil will outlast regular gold plated jewelry, and at this price, it cannot be beat. So adding pieces to my wardrobe that I don't have to take off is and has been my obsession as of lately. So these are spectacular. Let me put on this necklace so you can see how it looks. I love how this necklace gives just a little bit of sparkle. Very demure, and it is a forever piece. They do have a few pendants that will look fabulous on this necklace just to give it a little more zhuzh, and these are my favorites. Just to give your necklace a little personality and a little individuality, it's really a great idea to add your favorite charm. I love the diamond K. That's just very me. You guys know I love diamonds, and my name is also Kura. I think that the series of diamonds hanging straight down is just fabulous. Third one from the left is a birthstone for November. That is not my birthday, but I do love this stone. And that's probably the one that I would pick. And of course, the classic, small, simple series of diamonds is just beautiful and dainty and something that I would love to have. There's nothing like a beautiful dainty gold bracelet. It would even look fabulous layered with these. So I'm very much about layering not only my necklaces but my bracelets, and these are fabulous options. Whether it's a dainty bracelet covered in diamonds or it is a actual tennis bracelet, I love this. They don't only have gold, they also have vermeil. So this beautiful bracelet, the third from the left, is chunky, very much on trend right now, but also something that will last in your wardrobe for a very long time, as is the fourth from the left. beautiful, statement making, not too overdone, but something that will be classic and be able to mix and match so well with anything in your closet. So if you are like me and want to start investing in beautiful quality jewelry, luckily for you, I have a special offer. With my code SimplyKura, I will leave a link in the description box. You will be able to receive a discount. And any discount on fabulous, shiny, good quality jewelry is something that I personally would want. So go check it out. Go see what else they have there. Fabulous things. Use my link in the description box and let me know what you think. So when we are talking about fall trends, especially every time this year when I do a video like this, I overwhelmingly get to the comments that point out that a lot of the trends we saw last year or the year before are still trending. And yes, that is the case even today. I also have a lot of people point out that certain colors or textures or tones are not a trend, they are just staples for fall. Yes. Also true. But I want you to think about it in a different way. So instead of thinking that, say, jewel tones is not a trend, it's more of a fall staple because that's what you see people wearing, think about it as what is in stores, what the fashion industry is selling to us. Because yes, suede is trending. We're not trying to trick you by saying that suede is trending. What we're saying is that suede is being offered more so than it has in, the past year, say 2020. So not that suede is not a standard in fall fashion, it's more that what is being offered to us or what the fashion industry is offering to us in stores. So when you think about it, outside of what you see your friends and family wearing on the street or in your neighborhood, as opposed to what the fashion industry is selling us, you understand when we're talking about what's trending right now. Does that make sense? For example, when skinny jeans were not a thing and they were completely out, there were still segments in the country, in the world, that were still wearing skinny jeans, but according to the fashion industry, they were absolutely out. So you can't judge what's trending or what you see as trending according to what people are wearing around you, because that's not really a good sense of what the fashion industry is giving us, right? So when they said skinny jeans were out, but Susan couldn't afford to go to baggy jeans and she continued to wear her skinny jeans, that doesn't mean that skinny jeans are still in. I hope this is making sense. So there are some trends that we're going to talk about, 3 today, that you have seen before, and it doesn't mean that they're not regular fall trends. It means that this is what's being offered to us in the stores. Okay? Elevated basics and luxe minimalism is prominent again. This is one of the things that I kind of love, which is interesting because I do love a little sparkle. But in contrast to, say, 2020, 2021, I don't remember the exact year, but in contrast to that, when we were doing dopamine dressing, this is the complete opposite. And we have seen this with past season in quiet luxury. Now, why quiet luxury and luxe minimalism are very similar, they have some intersections. There are a few differences. For quiet luxury, the philosophy of that trend was a stealth wealth approach that signifies high status and discerning taste through superior, unbranded, and timeless pieces. So we remember the whole quiet luxury conversation where it came off as perhaps a little snotty. Like, we had that conversation, right? I even did a full video about it. And when you think about minimalism, you kind of think about quiet luxury too. But the elevated basics and the luxe minimalism, the philosophy is a bit different. The philosophy for luxe minimalist fashion is eliminating excess and concentrating on versatile mix and match pieces to create an elegant and polished look. It's less about the absence of logos and more about the presence of elegance and being polished, right? But it's very similar but different in the philosophy, if that makes sense. And we have already been seeing this probably since last year. We're talking about like neutral colors, even though it doesn't have to be. But specifically, what we saw on the runway was a lot of neutral colors, structural bold jewelry. And again, depends on some people, because other people go no jewelry or very light jewelry, right? Structural purses, anything that gives opulence and luxe, but without the philosophy of being better than everybody else. So here are a few things that I've found that fall into the luxe minimalism trend. Speaking of skinny jeans and baggy jeans and denim in general, the last few years, the denim conversation has been absurd. Are skinny jeans in? Are skinny jeans out? Can I wear baggy jeans? It's been a lot, but there's definitely a turn in denim trends, and it's less about the baggy. And let me just say this. If you have baggy jeans and you love them, please continue to wear them. That's what I've said about the skinny jeans, right? There's always a way to modernize a trend that you love, that you're not quite ready to let go of, or that you don't want to let go of, right? So we've had that conversation for years now, probably since the pandemic. But now it is so clear that bootcut jeans are very trending right now. People are looking for something that's more slim than the baggy jeans, but not quite as tight as the skinny jeans. And let me just say, I love them. I love a bootcut pair of jeans. I am on the search for a good pair, but I do struggle a bit because I do love them with a boot, a little kitten heel boot, pointy toe, square toe, whatever you love. But wearing them with, say, sneakers or ballet flats is still kind of tricky for me. I know the rounded toe ballet flat is in right now. I prefer a pointier toe, so maybe I'll wear a pointy toe ballet flat with this type of denim. But they are very much on trend. This is so nostalgic for me. This is like late 90s, early 2000s. I was a kid. I was bopping around with my bootcut jeans and my oversized sunglasses, and I thought I was doing big things. It's very nostalgic, and that's probably why I love it. And if you are like me and like the idea of bootcut jeans, they are everywhere, and I found some great buys. Let me be the first to say brown, groundbreaking, right? We know brown is something that we wear, well, year round, but definitely during the fall and the winter, right? So yes, it was a big deal last year. It's again going to be a big deal this year. And I personally love it. And let me tell you why. I'm a person who loves neutrals, who loves black, but brown 100%, a warm brown, not so much a cool brown, but a warm brown looks much better on me than black, even though I still love black. And oftentimes that warm brown is harder to find, even though very much cool brown is in right now, but there are some warm brown options. So very often it's hard to find. And because it's trending right now and the fashion industry is offering me all this brown loveliness, I'm going to take advantage of it, because who knows when it will be back, right? So if it's not back in the next several years, I will have my hero neutral, right? I really call brown and beige my hero neutral, because those are the neutrals that look better on me, even though I love black. Black and gray just don't look as good on my warm undertones. That's besides the point. So if you are a person that loves brown, take advantage of it now. You can wear brown, obviously, every single fall and winter, but because it is trending right now, this is the perfect time to wear it. Now, let me also say, don't think about wearing it, all brown, even though I love an all brown look. Think about pairing it with blue or pink or yellow or beige. There's so many things that brown goes with that makes it a little more lush. And that's definitely something we'll think about deeper into the fall. But try to think outside of the box as far as brown goes. Not just brown bags or shoes. Think sunglasses, right? Think brown coats. There's so much that we can be utilizing right now while the fashion industry is telling us that brown is trending. And honestly, this brown trending is still, again, very much Y2K. Just like the bootcut jeans, it's giving me young Kura bobbing around. Brown and bootcut jeans, chef's kiss. I am in love. So because brown is trending, there are some great pieces that I found and I want to show you. So there's a lot to get into for fall. Like I told you in the last video, we're slowly getting into it because we still have a few weeks, but we have to be ready for these upcoming fall season. So next week we'll have more trends to look out for and how to style them. So if you are following me on Instagram, you know that I was on vacation. And maybe you can tell, did I get a bit of a tan? I was in Antigua for last week, and that's why there was no video. And let me tell you guys, I had a blast. Before we went to Antigua, there were a few things I had to take care of in New York City. I feel like we wait to take care of everything we have to take care of the day right before the trip. We need deodorant. My husband needs to get some things from Banana Republic. I need a razor. Like all of these things that we could have taken care of the whole week, we wait the day before to take care of. So brunch was amazing. Actually the day before we leave to go to Antigua, and we have like a lot of things to pick up to do, you know, the end of a trip, the beginning of a trip. But before we do that, we have to eat. And if you've been with me for a while, you have seen me go to Friend of the Farmer. It's one of my favorite places, and I'm meeting my husband over there right now. I said, I have been to that place for years now. If you are in New York City, it's always a great place to get something to eat. But now that we are done with that, we're going to go and take care of everything we have to take care of before the trip. We are going to Soho, and Soho on a Sunday is absolute and complete madness. It is full of people, tons of children, and I'd rather go to Soho during the week, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So anyway, brunch is done. We're on our way to Soho, and of course, I'm taking you along. I have heard a lot about Buck Mason, and I haven't been in. So while we were in Soho, I went in, stopped in, and it is probably going to be one of my favorite stores. Not so much for the fashion, but because of the vibes. They had a coffee shop. They did have some good, like solid pieces, particularly for my husband. But I will say, if you haven't been to Buck Mason, just go and check it out. Landing in tropical destinations is always a dream. If you're not new here, you know that my happy place is, in fact, the beach. So we just got back from breakfast. We just got here yesterday. We actually ran into some college friends, which is the funniest thing because they actually live in New York and we never see them. I haven't seen them in years, but we come to Antigua and we see them here. Crazy, crazy, crazy. We didn't do much. Talked to them a little bit, got some dinner. Today is the first full day. And we just got back from breakfast, which I loved. It's not delicious. I love the variety. I love that they had both American options, so like pancakes, omelets, but also some traditional Antiguan breakfast stuff that I grew up eating, like saltfish and Johnny cake and stuff like that. I'm going to apologize in advance if the AC is too loud. Hopefully you can hear me out. So we are on our way to check out a few beaches. One thing we love to do is explore, but when we come to a place that has beaches, particularly the Caribbean, we love to go from beach to beach, or what we call beach hopping. And Antigua happens to be one of those places that have 365 beaches. For this little island, that's a lot of beaches. So as you know, if you're not new here, I'm a huge beach person. So I'm glad to spend the day doing that. Also, if you're not new here, you know that my dad's side of the family, half of them is from Antigua and the other half is from Nevis. But anyway, we are where my family's from. So it's always fun to kind of make some connections. And as I was looking at the beach, I remember the story that my uncle told me about my dad getting in trouble for sneaking off to go to the beach. Like my grandmother specifically told him to come home, walk straight back home. Daddy did not listen. He decided that he wanted to go on the beach. He wanted to sneak off to the beach and look for wood because he was building something. He thought that he would never get caught. So like making those connections of the stories from my families and seeing where my family lived. We actually still own land here, which I won't show because, you know, that's weird. But we actually still own land here on my dad's mother's side and my dad's father's side. And being in the Caribbean is always fun and beautiful, and it feels like home. So we just came from Jolly Beach, and you guys don't make fun of me, but I have been collecting seashells. So like, even when we're in the beach in New York or Jersey, I try to find really good shells. And I never find shells like you see on TV, but in the Caribbean, I have scored. I have found the jackpot. This is the first beach that we're going to, so maybe the next one I can find even better ones. But maybe I'm a nerd, I don't know, but I love collecting these little trinkets. Anyway, it is hot. My hair is back up. I put my hat on to protect me from the sun because I got the worst sun rash the last time we were in the beach in New York, on my shoulders and on my chest. So I'm really trying to be better about protecting myself from the sun. My melanin protects me only but so much. I know people get mad when I say this, but we need sunscreen. Black people, we need sunscreen. But whatever, especially in places like the Caribbean. I know people get upset about it, but it's true. So anyway, we're off to the next beach to see what it's about. Jolly Beach was beautiful. Driving around the island and just envisioning where my dad or my aunts or my grandmother or my grandfather even were, or what they did, or just seeing what their life was like before I even came around was just great. I had a great time. I really did. So we came out to Devil's Bridge. It's beautiful over here, and they're doing a lot of building. But again, like I said, I told you guys my dad is from here, and just the construction reminded me of something that he recently said when I told him I was going to Antigua to visit. He was telling a story about when he was a kid, when they finally got indoor plumbing. They were the first people, I guess, on their block or in their neighborhood to get indoor plumbing, and it was such a big deal, which I think is hilarious because I take things like that, little things like indoor plumbing, for granted, just because I grew up in New York and I've always had indoor plumbing. So just to see this construction and just to contrast it to how my dad grew up makes me think about a lot, really. It makes me think about a lot. Imagine being born in a different country than what the people who raised you were born in. The people from your family's country of origin don't quite accept you. Likewise, the people from your country of origin don't quite accept you either. That's how it is for a lot of us who are first generation. Not really Caribbean enough for the West Indians and not American enough for the Americans. Luckily, I couldn't care less what people think about me, and I am proudly an American and proudly of Caribbean heritage. And I'm both equally proud of the people that came before me in America, fought well enough that my people from the Caribbean can come over and enjoy the benefit. Sometimes your nationality and your ethnicity is not the same. Very proud to be both. this point, and I'm gonna keep telling y'all, at this point, you should not really be shopping for the summer. I mean, listen, I'm not the boss of you. Buy what you want, but you should really be looking for fall and winter things. I found this fabulous coat that I will share with you later that is like, do I even need this? I'll show you later. But at this point, you should be looking for fall. We're weeks away, very, very close. So because of that, in this week's Fabulous Fashion Finds, I found some excellent fall pieces. So as we know, suede is everywhere. It's literally everywhere. So if you are a suede person, this is the time to come and get it. So this is from Zara. As equally as suede is everywhere, so are bomber jackets. So this suede bomber jacket, very much on trend, but also something that you can wear for a long time. So this is real leather, right? But it is pig leather, which is more affordable than cowhide, which makes sense because this price point is pretty cheap for leather. But it is in fact leather. It's just not cow leather. So anyway, this I believe is a great deal. The high neck is very much on trend, and if you love it, of course, I will put it in the description box. I love this. And then Madewell is having a 30% off of certain pieces, and I am very happy about it. I picked up a few things. I have this bag in black, and I was thinking about getting it in either this color or the deep brown suede, because the one that I have in black is in constant rotation. It has been with me on many planes. It's been with me down south. It's been with me to Japan. Like, it is a really good bag, and I really think that it would really work well in a different color. Madewell as a whole has some really good things this year and is really good quality for what you're paying. Equally, J.Crew has a sale. This bag I spoke about last year, and I kind of wish that I would have gotten one of these because they also have it in a beige color. I just don't need that many bucket bags, right? I'm trying to tell myself that. But this in person is stunning, and there are many things on the J.Crew website. You know, there's Labor Day, so we have a lot of sales going on. I would definitely go check that out. And then I was talking to you a while ago about Cezanne, but particularly their jewelry. I showed you two different earrings that were statement earrings that were from there that were absolutely breathtaking. But they also have this really cool ring. Now, I don't have that many rings, not necessarily because I'm not a ring person. I just really focus on everything else for some reason. But I love this ring. It's a statement maker. It's very much on trend, and I could see someone having this for a very long time. Also has a lot of good new things, but some great things on sale for Labor Day. They're 25% off. I just put this t-shirt up there because COS has some of the best affordable t-shirts. I have a few from Uniqlo and I also have from COS, but I love the COS ones better. They're both really good, but if you want to put off a little extra money, the t-shirts from COS are amazing, especially for the price. I also kind of think that COS's prices went up a bit this year. I'm not quite sure. I mean, if they did, I understand why with the tariffs and everything. But if that's something that you are worried about, I would definitely take advantage of the 25% off this Labor Day. Another bomber from Zara. This color is, you know, one of the colors we're looking for. The suede, the style. This is also a decent price because it's pig leather as opposed to cowhide. But if that doesn't bother you, I think this is really cute, especially for someone who has this type of style and is going to be wearing this forever and ever. I'll leave it in the description box, but Zara actually has a few different options for pig leather. Now, I personally rather the pig leather than the like the microfibers or anything else, or the vegan leather they call it, but that's just me. Everyone's different. Just wanted to put it out there just in case you were interested. Unfortunately, this bag from COS is not on sale, but I had to show you guys. Wow. Okay. It's not cheap. I'm going to say that too, but some things I just show you because I want to show you and I want us to gag together. This is from COS. Like I said, it is leather. It is brown. It is a stunner. It is oversized clutch, or you could hold it as a top handle. I love this bag so much. Again, A little expensive. I feel like cars has gotten a little more expensive this year. I don't know. But like I said, I just wanted to show you. So pretty. This is from Banana Republic, who's also having a sale. But this is so good. I love how they even styled it with these boots. Now, I would probably go with brown boots just simply because brown looks better on me for the right person, with the right accessories. It's an all-in-one outfit you don't have to think about. I love a good one piece just as much as I love a good dress. And this is that for me. I don't know if it comes in any other colors. Again, I will leave it in the description box. But if you don't go on Banana Republic because for whatever reason you're missing out, right? Banana Republic and Banana Republic Factory have sales. So please go and take a look. You could find some really good things. Mango is having a Labor Day sale of 30% off of everything. Everything, you guys, and I thought this coat was a good option. This is one of the things that I saw because there's so much. You just have to go on the website. But this is a high neck. It's very classic. If this is your style, that's something you will wear for a long time. There's a lot to see. I will leave a link in the description box and add some of my favorites. Go check it out. So good. J.Crew has 40% off of a lot of their things. But this bag I've also seen in person because I was recently in J.Crew is a stunner. This would be so good for someone who just likes an oversized bag, or this is good for work. This is good for travel. And again, in that beautiful suede finish, if this is something that is of interest to you. They also had this bag, which I'm strongly thinking about getting. I love the way that it hangs on my shoulder. I was in J.Crew and just trying on everything, child. This comes in a few different colors. This is the color I'm most interested in because I only have one other bag, which is my Japanese Speedy, that has this color, but I want it in suede and I want something that's a little easier to just like throw over and go. And I think this is a fabulous, fabulous option. And then this is from Madewell, and I actually ordered this. Hopefully I like it because 30% off is a really good deal. They do have it in different colors. I wanted this chestnut suede color. Again, not, really cheap, but for 30% off, it makes it a little easier to spend money on this. Plus, if it's good quality, it's going to be a forever piece. So anyway, you guys, that is it. That is this week's Fabulous Fashion Finds. There are some great Labor Day sales out there, especially if you are preparing for fall, and you won't be disappointed. Go check a few of these things out. So if you're not new here, you know that every month I do my monthly report, which is essentially what I'm reading, what I'm eating, what I'm playing, what I'm obsessing over, what I'm recommending, and what I'm treating myself to. And this month is no exception because, of course, I had to do the research. So here's this month's monthly report. So if you read Parable of the Sower, you are intrigued, right? So when I saw this article about Octavia Butler, I had to read it. It's about a book that's coming out about her, and it's going to be something that I put at the top of my reading list. If you have not read any of her work, you have to. Particularly Parable of the Sower, as it really pertains to what's happening today in the world, and it's actually kind of scary. So that's one of the things that I read, and I hopefully am able to read it this month and talk about it next month. In the month of report, it's just, I'm excited to read this. And then on a lighter kind of note, I also read this article about Sarah Jessica Parker on the Just Like That Carrie's Legacy. I know it got canceled recently, and I know that some people really hated the show. And I'm not saying that it was the best writing, but I have to say that I don't know if I'm ready to let go of these characters, but they're gone. They're gone. So reading Sarah Jessica's, her reaction to the ending of the show was sad and interesting and just nostalgic. I really enjoyed seeing people in their 50s and up, and how their life is going to go. We don't really get to see that, especially as somebody who's in their 40s. I would love to see a good representation of people that how I'm going to be in 10 years. What's my life going to look like in 10 years? I mean, we really don't see a lot of people in their 40s either. Let's keep that real. But the show's canceled, and I just was enjoying reading about her and that whole situation. And the last thing that I found really interesting that I read this month is a surprisingly and easy way to boost your attention span is nature. I am very much a city girl, and I have said this many times. I'm a city girl. However, I do feel like when I take time to go on a hike or just to be by the beach or whatever it is, I am able to come back and focus more. Now, that's not really what this article was about, because there's kind of conflicting opinions about if nature, does boost your attention span. But there are definite benefits to nature. And yes, anyway, I'm going to put it in the description box. Go check it out. Let me know how you feel. So if you watched, was that last week's video? The video before, I don't remember. You know that I have been devouring some cherries, and I am devastated that the season is over. I went back to my local market to get some cherries, and they told me it's over. So I am actually desperate to get that level of cherryness in my life again, but I guess I have to wait until next year. It was horrible, horrible news, absolutely devastating. So what I've been playing this month is I played Tracee Ellis Ross's show about traveling, and unpopular opinion, I love her. I didn't love the show. I think I didn't enjoy it because it wasn't exactly what I was expecting. I was thinking an actual travel show where Tracee had adventures and she did things and she showed different things, around the place. I'm a big traveler. I love to just go everywhere and see what's happening, but that's not exactly what it was about. I feel like it was more about learning to be by yourself and solitude and seeing and realizing the happiness in self, right? So I get that now, but it's not exactly what I was expecting, and I was disappointed a little bit, but I get it. And if there's a season 2, I would absolutely watch it, just realizing what it's really, really about. But I love her personality. I think she is a hoot. The fashion is always interesting to see. Yeah, it just wasn't what I was expecting. I would love an actual travel show where she's doing things and having adventures, but doing these things in these really fabulous outfits. You know what I mean? Either way, it's a little different than what I thought, but I'm 100% watching the second season, right? And then also, just quickly, because I talked about it already, I watched And Just Like That and finished it. And yeah, that's that. It's sad, but that's what it is. And then I have been obsessed over this blush from R.E.P.O.R.T. It is a burnt orange that looks so good on my brown skin, particularly now that I have this tan that is probably going to go away in a few weeks, which is devastating, but it is so good. I'm sure it will look good, on my brown skin because I'm dark skinned anyway. But you know what I mean? It looks really good on a tan. But this has been like a lifesaver. I love anything that makes me look a little more glowy. A lot of people are matte girls. I am not a matte girl. I am very much a glowy girl. Showed you guys that I got that Danessa Myricks, the Universal Blurring Balm. It does blur, but it made me look too matte, and I don't want to look matte. I tried to glow myself up a little bit after, but it wasn't it. Now, it made my skin look absolutely perfect, don't get me wrong, but I don't mind a little bit of imperfections with a little bit of glowiness. I don't need my skin to look absolutely perfect. I will pick glow over perfect any day. But anyway, I loved this blush. I definitely recommend if you're my complexion. I haven't tried the other colors. I heard there's another pink color that's really good for dark skin. But if you're not dark skin or you're not even black, the formula itself is fabulous, in my opinion. Go check it out. That is what I have been obsessed with this month. And then I am recommending selfishly my Instagram. Follow my Instagram. And now let me tell you why. I have some great things planned for Instagram. I told you guys one time that I'm going to be doing my soft life in a loud city, or my quiet life, excuse me, in a loud city. And I'm going to do that series over there on Instagram. That's one series I want to do. Another one is I'm going to be starting Soft 75 next month, and I'm going to document that on Instagram. Has anybody done Soft 75 or even Hard 75 for that matter? I'm not nervous because I'm very disciplined, but I am going to miss having cake whenever I want to. So we'll talk about that over on Instagram, but I am going to do that. Then of course I have other things planned, like my outfit OOTDs, obviously. I just have other series that are not going to go on my YouTube channel, but are going to go on my Instagram, and I would love for you to go over there and follow me. The plan is, and the goal is, to really grow over there so I am more visible. Therefore, I could do more over here on YouTube. I need you guys' support. Go over there, check me out, get ready for some really good content over there. And then treating. You guys saw my treat this month was to go to Antigua. The rest of the vlog will be, or what we did in the vlog will be next week. And it was a real treat. Just any time in the Caribbean, to be honest with you, it was a real treat. I am a beach person. I love the beach. There's nothing like it to me, especially in those calm, warm Caribbean waters. I love it. And don't get me wrong, because I know people are going to say yes, I know. I've been to the Mediterranean, beautiful. I've been to the Indian Ocean, gorgeous. But I just love this, probably because I have a connection to it. But anyway, that was my treat to myself. And I will be treating myself too, and that's something else you could follow me on Instagram for, is I will be getting back out there. September has a lot of artsy things coming around in September. Just like Fashion Week, a lot of things start fashion and in art. So I have a lot that I want to get into and show you guys. And yeah, I'm going to be treating myself to a lot of those type of experiences. So I'm excited for that. Anyway, this is this month's monthly report. Let me know if you've done anything, or if you want to recommend to me anything that could be in next month's monthly report, and I will see you next month. Hey you guys, it's almost fall. I know a lot of us are excited. It's actually cooling down a bit here in New York City, which makes it easier to go out. Soak up all the last bits of summer as you can. Did you go out and do anything this week? You know, I ask you every week. Have you found any great, fabulous finds, any good sales? As you watch this, it's Memorial Day weekend, and I'm sure I found some great sales that I showed you in fabulous fashion finds. And is there anything in the monthly report that you know that you love, or anything that you would like to suggest to me that I should try for next month? So anyway, you guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and I will see you in my next video.